Hello viewers, welcome to JBS Podcast. I am your host for today. My name is Shraddha Kabra. I am assistant professor in the area of communication and general management in JP Business School. Today we'll be discussing about a very interesting topic. It's called anxiety comparison and pressure to succeed. And to discuss this topic, we have a very special guest with us. Her name is Miss Niharika Sharma. She is a journalist, a podcaster, a YouTuber with over 10 million views. She is a content creator and has close to 250,000 followers on Instagram. So let's welcome her. Hi Niharika, how are you doing today?
I'm absolutely fine. I'm doing great and I'm so honored to be here, Shraddha. Thank you so much.
So Niharika, this topic, anxiety comparison and pressure to succeed, this is so relevant for students, for the current generation, because they're constantly, they say that, Gen Z is very different from millennials and the kind of pressure that they feel. So what do you have to say about this topic, and then what do you think about this topic? How real is their anxiety and how can they really cope with it? I mean, if you have any pointers to give them.
I absolutely feel this topic is very important and it is the need of the hour to discuss it, because we take certain things very lightly but we do not understand that times are changing. We have abundance of everything.
Yeah.
Especially with technology, with digital media, with social media platforms. We know inside out of everybody, and as we have already discussed and I've said it multiple times, that on social media we just show the brighter side of things. So when you see somebody buying a car at the age of 25, buying a home at the age of 27, you become anxious. You start questioning your decisions. What am I doing in my life? I am working a 9-to-5 job, maybe I have a side hustle, I'm building a brand, I have a website for clothing, and still I am not able to buy a house for myself. I'm struggling to meet my expenses. And that's where this anxiety starts, and that's how it starts eating you up, because you keep comparing yourself without knowing the background of the other person.
Right.
Because on the social media we just see the good things. We never know what's the bad side of the stories, what's the hustle, how people are able to meet their expenses, how are people making so much of money. So yeah, the comparison is real, the anxiety is real, and the burnouts are also real.
Yes, so that's so true that the burnouts are real, and although the world is changing and we are evolving constantly, and maybe the traditional ideologies and the philosophies that we had are not so apparent today, but yet I feel this context of log kya kahenge still affects the mental health of today's generation. Somewhere that isn't going, because India as a nation, anyway, we operate in a very high context culture. So maybe India as a nation and Indians as people, we are still governed by this thought process that log kya kahenge, what the others would say. So do you think that still works, and that probably causes a lot of anxiety comparison?
It absolutely does, Shraddha. And the thing is, maybe we don't think and we don't relate to this whole idea of log kya kahenge. But the thing is, our parents who are back in our hometown, who are between the society and the people of the same age, who still resonate with this idea that you need to be a perfect person in the eye of the society, it affects them. Does it affect us? And that is why we are so affected about our career choices. We are so critical about what standing we have professionally, because at the end of the day, that is going to affect how our parents feel about us and what they get to hear about us. So the whole thing and the whole idea of how we are impacting the society, I don't care what I wear here in Noida, but maybe I would care about what my pictures are on social media, because they will eventually affect my parents.
Right.
So the whole idea of char log kya kahenge, with the generations, people are giving up on this whole thing. Maybe when we become parents, we might take a stand for our children. We might have a voice for our children, that it is their life, let them be. But maybe our parents do not have that strong standing for their children, because they are also skeptical with the changing times, that is my child doing right?
Right.
Is he fine? Has he made the correct choice? So because they are also not very, very sure and secure about our choices, is the reason why they have doubts about certain things. It's not that they don't want to take a stand for us. Once you're well, once you are all set, doing well, they will take a stand for you. But they also don't want to see you falling. That's the whole point.
Right, agreed. And so what would you say to those students probably who've not got a good package, who are always comparing themselves with friends who've got better packages, internships, scholarships? So what do you would want to say to them?
Okay, so I am talking straight to you people. See, your timeline and your journey will always be different from the journey of your friends, your cousins, your colleagues. Everyone has an individual path of life, and you just have to compare yourself to your own self, nobody else. Because maybe you're the youngest child of your parents. You do not have as many responsibilities as your friend might have. He might be the eldest one in the family. Secondly, maybe you are born and brought up in Delhi, so your life goal could be going to USA and studying. But somebody who's born in a very small village in Chhattisgarh, in Madhya Pradesh, in UP, in Bihar, his dream can be to just come to Noida, to Delhi, to Gurgaon, to Mumbai, Bangalore, and just pursue a career for himself. That does not make a person going abroad and studying better than somebody who's coming from a small town and studying in maybe Delhi, Bangalore, or anywhere else. You have an individual life, somebody else has an individual life. Stop bringing them to the same platter. Don't compare yourself. Oranges can't be compared with apples, and you need to understand that. You have to evolve, you will have to get better, and you must have seen so many inspiring stories. Bhai, it was a 12th fail story. Somebody who couldn't pass class 12th became an IPS officer. So you can do anything and everything under the sun. You need to be sure about it. Just stop comparing yourself with any other person on the planet.
Right, yes, beautifully said. We have our own trajectory, we have our own journey, and everybody's journey is different from the other person.
And everybody's starting line is not the same.
Right.
That's the reality.
Right.
My parents can afford a coaching for an IIT.
Yes.
And they can just enroll me into 10 coachings, get me the best teachers, get me the best guidance. I have a better choice, I have a better chance of being selected. But somebody who's just striving hard to even get books is not starting from the same place where I'm starting from.
Right, correct. Yes. So now we've come to our rapid fire section, and I would like to ask you a few questions.
Perfect.
One thing students should stop comparing.
Comparing themselves to others. Just compare yourself to your own self.
Right.
You are your biggest competitor. Get better every week, every day, every year.
Right, because
Just
even
yourself.
as siblings we are different.
Absolutely.
A mental health habit that actually works in Indian college life.
Mental health habit. Again, stop comparing yourself. If you want to be peaceful, if you will gradually learn this. See, I'm telling you, when I was 20, I did not realize. When I turned 30, I did realize. So you will take your share of time to realize this. But there will come a time in your life when you will think, oh, I was being stupid when I was comparing myself to somebody else. So just don't be that person. You will eventually realize this, that you are a beautiful human being. You have all the potential, you have all the capabilities, and you will make it big in life. You just need to have confidence on your own self.
Okay, so one sentence you wish every 18 to 25-year-old in India heard.
You're the best.
Oh wow, brilliant. So we have actually extrapolated such beautiful, positive, message from today's discussion. And everybody is different, everybody is unique. You have your own journey, you have your own life path, and you just follow that. Don't give up and have faith in yourself. Keep working hard, but then don't take things too seriously to your heart, and just enjoy life probably.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because see, it's very rare that something can happen overnight.
Right.
You need to keep working for it. You will move mountains, you need faith, but you will not move mountain in a day.
Right. For instance, today you have over 10 million views, as I
It's
said
more
in the
than
beginning.
that. While you were mentioning, it has
okay.
been growing and it will
has
keep
been
growing.
Right.
It will keep
so
growing.
probably when you started out, you probably didn't think that you would achieve this
video I made,
milestone.
the first podcast I did, I was discussing it with my team that even if I get 100 views on this, I'll be the happiest person on the planet
Right.
because I know that it's a new channel with 0 following, probably even 100 people watch it, I'll be happy. It crossed 1 lakh.
Right.
It is
It's
one of the
huge.
top 3 highest viewed content on my channel.
Wow.
And I couldn't have imagined it. So because I had my bar very low,
Yes.
but I was happy about the whole thing. When I reached a certain height, I was overwhelmed.
Right.
So you need to be confident about whatever you're doing. Even after giving the best of podcast, I'm not even sure that even if the next one is going to work or not. It's your love, it's your perseverance that you just bring all that love on my platform. So I just have to keep going because I have met so many people, Shraddha, in the past few years who have just come to me and who have said, oh, you inspire me.
Wow.
And I never thought I do.
Yeah.
Because there are days when I feel doubtful about things. There are days when I think, am I doing right? Why is this not happening the way I planned it?
Right.
But I have to keep going. I have to be resilient because somebody who somewhere watched me on social media thinks that if she can do it, I
can do it, definitely.
Absolutely.
And we feel inspired, Niharika. You
Thank
inspire
you.
us. Thank you so much.
Shraddha.
And it was a beautiful segment, and we got to learn so much from you. And thank you so much for coming to our show and doing this podcast with us.
It was lovely. I got to meet so many of you people, and it's always inspiring to meet new people and
Right.
get to know new stories. And I just wish everyone who watches this video gets some takeaway from this whole conversation, and it helps you to be a better person and to be a more happier person.
Thank you.